We're going to create a paper sculpture. Sculpture is art that is not flat, and sculpture should be interesting from whichever angle you look at it from. So if you look at it from the top, it's interesting, and here's a side view. And as I turn it around, you should see some interesting lines and shapes and colors. In the bag of art materials that were sent home, you're going to find the materials you need to make your paper sculpture. You should find a black piece of cardstock and some strips of paper. Those are the pieces you're going to need to take out. Cardstock is a really thick kind of paper, so it feels thicker and a little more sturdy than regular construction paper. And you should have strips of paper in both warm and cool colors. You will also need a glue stick. My black cardstock is the base, and that's what I'm going to build on. I'm going to take a strip of paper and start building. The problem is this paper is flat. And remember, sculpture cannot be flat. So we have to find ways to make the paper stand up. So let's think about how we're going to do this. Can we glue the edge of the paper down to the black base? No, it's not going to stand up. It's not going to hold. That paper is too thin. What we need to do is take an end and fold it over, and this makes something called a foot. We're going to make a foot for the paper to stand on, just like we stand on our feet. So on each end of the paper, I'm going to fold a little piece over to make a foot. And when I put glue on the bottom of these feet, it will help the paper hold in place. So I'm going to take the glue stick and put a good amount of glue on the bottom of each side. And then I can bend this paper into an arch. And I'm going to put one foot down and hold it, and then put the other foot in place. And then I'm going to press down. And we can't just let go. We're going to have to count. So let's count backwards from 10 to 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I have one piece done. And you can see it's not flat. There are many different ways you can bend and fold your paper to make it stand up. Whatever you do, you're going to have to make sure you fold some feet or at least a foot on each strip of paper. And when you glue it down, you're going to have to press and hold the feet down. You can do some counting, count backwards from 10 to 0. On this yellow strip of paper, I just made one fold in the middle, and then I put a foot on each end. And now it looks like this, like a slide. Another kind of fold that's fun to do is called an accordion fold. I'm going to take a paper strip and fold a foot like I normally do. So I folded that up. And then I'm going to take the same amount of paper and fold it under. And then I'm going to fold on top again. And then I'm going to fold under. And I'm going to keep doing this. Fold up on top. And then under, and it ends up looking like a zigzag line. Now when I glue this one down, I could glue it both ends down to the base, or maybe I want to glue one end to the base, to the black paper, and one end up on top of one of my structures. For the next one, I'm going to show you how to curl the paper. So to curl it, you're going to need a pencil. And you're only going to fold one foot. So on one side, I folded a little piece over for the foot. And on the opposite side, I'm going to use my pencil to curl the paper. I'm going to take my pencil, put it on the end, and then I'm going to roll it all the way down to where the foot is. I'm actually going to hold and pinch that paper for a couple of seconds before I let it go. Another fun fold to make is a heart, and to do that I take a paper strip and fold it in half to make a V. And then I'm going to take each end and curl it in towards the center. So I'll take my pencil and roll it, just like we did on the last curl. But this time I'm going to roll each end in towards the middle. Okay, now I'm going to take those two ends and put a little glue on one of them and then pinch them together in the shape of the heart. Remember, you have to pinch and hold for it to stay. And there's my heart. As you continue to build your paper sculpture, experiment. Try different ways to bend, fold, and curl your paper so that it's not flat. Try to fill all the spaces on the bottom base. And remember, a sculpture should be interesting from every angle that you look at it. I hope you have fun building your paper sculpture.